So I'm about to call CableONE to find out what their policies are regarding getting business accounts, which don't have monthly data caps. There's some online speculation that they may now be requiring business IDs or other form of qualification to get business accounts. I want to get their official policy. So let's see what we can do. First thing I'm going to do is just call the local number, 928-445-4511.
Thank you for holding. This is Tiki in the Business Sales Department.
Hi, was that Tiki?
Correct.
Oh, one of my favorite names. I had a coworker named Tiki. I had a question. As a business internet customer, I do a lot of recommendations and referrals for business internet service here in Prescott. You guys rock. But I've heard online that people are having trouble getting business internet accounts if they're actually residential, if they live in a house, for example. I've heard.
No, that's not true. What it is we have residential customers who don't have actual businesses that want to get business service and they can't.
Right.
Or if they're going over on their residential accounts, we won't allow them to become business customers.
Okay, so the official policy is if they have. I'm just trying to understand the policy because I've always been a business customer, but I've never been required to. I mean, I'm an IT professional. I don't have a business license for per se, and I work out of my home. So it's never been an issue for me to have what used to be called a SoHo account. I don't know what it's called nowadays, but it's never been an issue for me to have that account. And what you're saying is policy is such that if you're a residential customer and you start going over the bandwidth caps, and that's the reason why a lot of these people I'm hearing about have problems, they can't switch.
Right.
Okay, so what's their solution then? Do they simply have to buy into a tier with a higher cap, or what's?
That's correct. They just have to talk to the residential overage team and get a higher. What it is, they just don't like paying the price.
Well, yeah. I mean, I see. For me, I've always known that any kind of cap, because of my sporadic nature, is going to be a problem, and I'm okay with the lower overall speed. I don't mind paying a little bit more for a little less speed. You know what I'm saying? Great.
Right. I mean, bottom line, the way we have it is, if a residential customer wants a business account, they can have a business account, but if they've had issues with the overage that we won't allow them, they have to talk to the residential overage team. If someone doesn't have services now and they call in to get a business account, they can. It's mainly when customers try to convert over, they can't.
Yeah. Can they get, basically, if they have an overage problem, can they, let's say, live within whatever their monthly limit is for a certain number of months and then get on your good side and convert? I mean, I'm just...
but it has to be actual business, though.
Oh, it would have to actually be a business.
Yeah, residential customers can't get a business account just because they don't want caps.
Right.
It has to be actual business.
Well, that's never been an issue. That's never been an issue for me. I've always worked out of residential homes, and it's never been an issue for me to get a business account.
No, I'm not saying it has to be a business location, but it has to be actual business.
I see. How do you qualify for actual business?
If a residential customer is trying to switch over, they would have to provide your tax ID and everything.
Oh, okay. So luckily, I've never been a residential customer. I've always gone with a business account, so it's never been an issue simply because it's never been an issue. That's an. How long has this? This is different than my sense of.
About 9 months. About 9 months now, and that's because we have too many residential customers trying to switch over to business just to have unlimited data. But those are for our business customers.
I understand. So there really isn't. I mean, see, I'm trying to understand what to recommend to some of my friends. Now I can see why some friends of mine who got an account about 9 months ago, they've never had an issue because they've never been residential customers. They came over.
It's only residential customers who try to become business.
Right.
So, I mean, bottom line, if it's a residential customer who has overages, they would just speak to the overage team. We won't convert their accounts over to business.
Okay.
So they just need to call residential and speak to the overage team. That's all.
Does the overage team have a direct number, or are they available through the 877-570?
No, they would actually have to call. They have to be transferred over there.
Oh, it would be through the. I'm sorry, I just read you the business internet number. Yeah, it would be through the residential service side, which I don't have the numbers of. All right, Tiki.
Right. Yeah, we don't assist those customers in business at all. They would actually be handled through there.
No, I understand the distinction. I just was concerned because my sense of reality didn't jibe with what I was hearing on the internet is what's really going on. So So for people who have really intense bandwidth requirements, if they've been registered as a residential customer before, their only course of action is to work with the overage team, or else to work with
Right.
Mile High or other people who don't have monthly caps.
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I understood the policy, and I'm glad I got it straight from the, pardon me for saying the horse's mouth, but I'm glad
No problem. Thanks for calling.
I'm glad I got the official policy down. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Well, that's interesting. So Tiki has given me the official word that if you are a residential customer, you're kind of screwed. And it actually doesn't matter. You would need to give a tax ID. This is a policy that's been in effect for about 9 months. You'd need to give them a tax ID, which is unfortunate. So my recommendation is don't ever get a residential account, because you're stained for life if you do. Always jump in with business service. They won't card you for a business tax ID. It sounds like they would now. This is a new thing. So people like me, we slid under the grandfathered kind of clause. So that's interesting. I plan not to lose my business internet account because I might not be able to get another one. Alrighty. Take care. Glad we cleared that up.